I did a video before I started the Pennine Way actually. I camped up on the gritstone edge, not far from here now actually, and recorded a video, and I was talking about my struggles with dealing with failure. And you know what? I didn't post it. I didn't post it through fear of what other people would think. Welcome back to Derbyshire. More specifically, my favourite piece of gritstone overlooking the majestic, glorious Amber Valley. Whew. Okay, so around about 4 or 5 hours ago I decided I'd come camping. It's a beautiful August bank holiday weekend and it's been high 20s, the temperature is just perfect. A nice breeze coming in from the southeast, so I thought it'd been nice and cool up on that rock tonight. A few hours ago I texted the guys asking if they were going to come with me, but everyone else has got plans, which is not surprising to be honest. I didn't really give them much notice, but yeah, I'm up here for a nice solo evening, taking in the views, having a nice relaxing time, and yeah, I'll talk to you more about what I've got coming up soon. Since I was last here, around about it's 4 or 5 months now, quite a lot has happened. Obviously, if you've watched my videos on the channel, then I had the California trip back in May. That was fantastic. And all throughout this year, I was training for a run that I did about a month ago, the Hardwick Run, and it's been amazing. I always thought that running was out of my reach, but to be honest, I think if you've got a reasonable level of base fitness, obviously I walk quite a lot, it didn't take that long to get up to like 5k, 10k standard, and I've really enjoyed running. Not so much running on the road. The race that I did was a road race, and my aim, it was a 10k, but if you know Hardwick Hall, the hill up to the house from Hardwick Inn is quite steep, and the hill, so the race goes up that hill and then back down again, so it's quite a hilly 10k, and my aim as a newbie, I wanted to do it in an hour, and I finished it in an hour, so I was very happy about that. But it's been a great journey. It's a bit of a cliche word now, but yeah, it's been a great journey, getting myself up to speed with the running and increasing the fitness. And I must admit, since coming back from America, I've been doing a lot of trail running around this valley actually. I've run up here quite a lot. I was here last weekend running up from Milltown, and it's just amazing. So I think after I've done this next adventure, which I'll move on to in a minute, I'll be doing a lot more trail running, but carrying the Sony while running isn't really feasible, so I might need to invest in a newer GoPro or get my old one out of the cupboard, dust it off and see how it goes. Perhaps one of the main reasons why I've come out tonight is to sit, relax and focus the mind, because in 2 weeks I'll be setting off on the Pennine Way. I've planned myself 16 or 17 days to do it, because when we did it in 2013 the weather was absolutely terrible. We were walking through 5-foot snowdrifts in the Peak District. It rained a lot. Going through the Yorkshire Dales National Park, the wind was terrible, and we didn't time it right. But one thing where I will hold my hand up is we underestimated the terrain. I'd done a lot of walking in the Peak District by that point, done some big days, done a lot of wild camps, and I underestimated it, I will be honest. There was a lot more ascent involved than I realised. Because I don't like to overplan things, back then I just didn't look. I thought, well, we're going to wild camp, so let's just go and see what happens. It's over moorland for the majority of the way, so we can just find a pitch wherever, it'll be fine. We eventually did 6 days of walking, and we got from Edale 130 or so miles up to a place called Thwaite, which is in the Yorkshire Dales National Park in Swaledale, and that was where the adventure ended. Once again, I'm going to hold my hand up. I could have carried on. Chris wasn't feeling too great. I'd hurt the ankle a little bit, but I know in my mind, this is why it's been a constant sense of annoyance over the years, that I know I quit and I know I could have carried on, but it was the mind that I hadn't mastered. At the moment, I feel like I'm in the best shape I've been in for a long while, perhaps since I was in my early 20s, but I know I can do it physically, but it's the mental side of it. And we all know that a lot of physical activity, if you're trying to keep pushing, 90% of it is mental strength. So that was where I let myself down last time. In the last few years, I've been trying to work on that. I've been trying to ignore those voices in the back of the head that tell you, oh, just stop, it's fine, just give up, just go home. And then running has helped a lot, it really has. Because in those first few weeks of running, all you want to do is stop. All you want to do is just give in and not run, because it's hard. It really is hard to go from walking to being able to run competently. And even sometimes now, that first mile, it hurts. But you just have to ignore it. You have to switch off that little voice in your head telling you to give in, telling you to walk or stop or just go home. So this time, I'm doing it differently. We wild camped last time, carried 7 days worth of food. The bags were ridiculously heavy. They were just so heavy, it was unreal. And this time I'm going to stay in youth hostels. I thought I want to enjoy it this time, because it was an ordeal before. But although it was an ordeal at times, I look back at it and I know, this is why it annoys me so much, I know that I could have carried on. That's why the Pennine Way is my nemesis. I've done walks elsewhere since then. I've done Hadrian's Wall. I've walked various walks in like Scotland and the Lake District and Tasmania, Australia. I've done some big days, some big multi-day walks, but the Pennine Way will always be there. And it'll always be in the back of the head, taunting me until I go back and conquer it. So in 2 weeks' time, I'll be on it. It'll be day one. I'll be setting off from Edale on, the 7th or 8th, which is a Saturday in September, and I'll be walking the 258 miles, and I will complete it this time. I'm going to go on record now, and I'm saying it to myself because I'm the one that needs convincing. Everyone else is certain that I'll do it, but I've just got to master the mind. It's going to be good. I'm going to take you guys along with me, and at various points along the way I'll probably just upload videos from the phone, but I'll take the Sony with me, and afterwards I'll edit the video together. You'll see this video before, hopefully. I've got 3 or 4 videos before this one that I've got to edit and upload. I've just not had the time. Correction, I've not made the time, because I've been out running, I've been out walking, spending time with family, trying to fill the days as much as possible, enjoy the summer weather. I've just not set the time aside, I'm sorry about that, to upload the videos. But it's going to be good, and I'm looking forward to hopefully ticking it off the list. Definitely ticking it off the list. I'm rambling now, I know I am, but I think if you've been to that point before where you just think, let's give up. There's been 2 occasions, the Pennine Way and the first time we ever did the West Highland Way in Scotland. We got halfway, the weather once again then was atrocious and we just gave in. And as we were sat on that train back to Glasgow from Larrick, the sun came out, and we've regretted it ever since. But since then we've been back 3 or 4 times and walked the way, so it's all good. I really am rambling now, but yeah, mastering the mind. Training the body's fine, but training the mind is a different thing. Once again, I've got the trusty Alpkit Hunker XL, Bivvy, and the, what was it now, Thermarest Venture WV with the very old Van Gogh Ultralight 300 sleeping bag. So I'm going to pitch it up just there with fantastic views of the valley. We're losing light quickly now. It's just after 9 PM and the nights or days are really drawing in now. You can really feel it. I've been out running and walking at gone 10 o'clock and it's been fine, but just over these last few weeks it's really swung back. That's one of the concerns about the Pennine Way, that I thought I need to do it in September really, so I've got the daylight hours. The daylight hours to do the big days where it's unavoidable. But hopefully if I get on the way early enough, then I should be fine. What a beautiful evening. It's really warm still. I've put I've zipped the legs back onto the trousers now because there are a few midges about. The wind has eased a little, so I might even go as far as putting a hoodie on to keep the little blighters at bay. Thankfully I've got a midge net in my first aid kit as well, so I might, as a precautionary measure, put that on tonight. If you've been watching my channel for a while, there was a night when my friend Jay and I camped at Woolen Knoll in the Peak District. We bivvied and the midges were horrendous, and I woke up in the morning looking like the elephant man, even though I'd got a midge net on. They just got through it, so... But I still shared it. I still shared the look on my face. You have to share these moments where things don't go right. That's why I was talking about the Pennine Way with such a lump in the throat then, because it's quite hard to talk about these things, I think, you know, when you like admit that you made a bad choice, or I always try and show the positive sides of the adventures, but sometimes things don't go right and the mind breaks. There's a farmer in the field next to us now. He's been going up and down the neighbouring fields, raking his freshly cut grass into a line ready to be baled. But he's certainly making the most of the nice weather. It's about 9:45 now, and he's still going. It's an absolutely stunning morning. I've been awake for about an hour. It's just after 6:30, something like that now, and the sun rose about half an hour ago. But about 5:30, the cloud and the colour in the sky was absolutely amazing. I would say that last night was perfection for bivvying, because the cloud disappeared totally during the night, so I would just lay awake looking at the stars all night. Loads of shooting stars as well. I could stay here all day, honestly. It's just beautiful. Over the years, I think we've filmed every possible conceivable angle from this cliff and the bushcraft forest just beyond. So it's hard to bring anything new to the game, to the video game, but I just love being here. It was a last minute decision actually to bring the camera, because I've been doing a lot of walking and camping and things like that without the camera, so luckily it was fully charged. I just grabbed it as I was leaving, so yeah. I think I'm going to walk back via the reservoir and have a quick dip in the river. As always, no trace left whatsoever. I'm all packed away. Time to move out. There's no breeze whatsoever this morning, which has meant that the midges have arrived now. I've not been running as much over the last couple of weeks. I'm trying not to pick up any injuries before the Pennine Way, but I came and walk up here the other night and I just couldn't resist running back down. It's an unwritten rule that I have to get this shot every time. Sadly, I've not got any friends to fill the frame though. Instead of going that way down, I think we'll go this way. We'll go past the chimney and down to Milltown. Someone's balanced the Lucozade bottle on a stick right at the top. That chimney probably features in nearly every video that we've recorded up here, but that's probably only like the 4th time I've been past it in about 15 years. I want that house. And that's where we were this morning. And this is the herd of Belties, Belter Galways, that feature in quite a lot of the videos as well. Morning, ladies. Hello. I'm now walking on the eastern side of Ogston Reservoir, and I'm going to rejoin the River Amber when it reappears, and I might have a quick wash, I think. I've made it back down to the River Amber. We've got lots of fantastic memories with Jay and Ray when we were kids, coming down here, playing and jumping in the river there at the bottom of the waterfalls. Or they used to call it the 7 waterfalls. It was only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know why they called it 7. Still. Just down there we used to dam the river and make it a bit deeper, and then throw ourselves in. That's better. I feel like a new man. Time to keep moving. We're going to head up the drive now, up towards Higham. So there's the reservoir, and and we started just on the top of the hill there in the background. We've made it to the top of the hill. The gate at the end of the drive is just in the background. So I'm going to end it here, I think. The rest of the walk back home is pretty boring, so just down roads. As always, thanks for watching. 2 weeks today and it'll be day 2 of the Pennine Way. I'll be walking over Black Hill, no doubt, but it's going to be an amazing adventure. I will get my backside in gear and get the videos uploaded before I set off. That way you'll see this one. The weekend of the 8th or 9th of September is when I'm heading out, so I might post some details online, and if anyone wants to join me for a day walk, obviously I'll be staying in hostels and stuff, I won't be camping for that first half anyway. We might camp the second half, we'll see. But if anyone wants to join me, I'll put some details in the description. Right, so once again, thank you for watching and thank you for listening to me ramble on. It's been a fantastic, quick overnight and nice stretch of the legs. Okay, speak to you soon. Bye for now.